Alright, 3-1, work together. It says Santa Clara Hardware, partial payroll register for the pay period ending July 3rd, 2000 whatever. And a blank earnings record are provided in our working papers. Use the tax tables that was shown in the lesson. So we're going to flip back a couple pages for those for those tables to determine the federal income tax. Deductions for all employees are 5% of total earnings for state income tax, 6.2% for Social Security tax, and 1.45% for Medicare tax. Use H for health insurance and L for life insurance. We knew that. And we will go through this work together. Commissions record, first part here, for Allison Cavero. Employee number 2. And let's see here, bi-weekly salary of $1,200. So regular bi-weekly salary is $1,200. She's a monthly commission of 1%. So commission rate 1%. And she's in the hardware department. And this is for June of 2000 whatever. Let's see here. Commissions for the previous month are paid in the first pay period of the current month. Accounting records for this company, hardware department, for the month ended June 30th of the current year are as follows. Sales on account of $17,895. Cash and credit card sales of $15,523. We add those up, gives us $33,418 for total sales of the month. We have to subtract out our discounts and returns and allowances. And looks like we had sales discounts of $179. So we just kind of write that over here out of the way. And we had returns and allowances of $2,039. Add those up, we get $22,818. Net sales equals total sales minus our returns and discounts. So subtract $22,818 from $33,418. We get $31,200. We had the commission rate, it says in the book, is 1%, so times 0.01 means that Allison Cavero got an extra $312 even for her commission. Alright, let me flip over here, zoom in a little bit. Oh, can't zoom in, sorry about that. So number 2, prepare a payroll register for the following employee. Line 1, Allison Cavero. It's employee number 2. She is married, so we have an M. Number of allowances, 2 allowances. And it says here regular salary of $1,200 per pay period plus 1% of net sales. Use the commission calculated in instruction 1. So on the page right before is where we can get her commission because we just calculated that. Health insurance is $56 and life insurance is $25.60. Alright, so we have no hours because she's on salary. So our regular salary was $1,200. Don't have to worry about overtime. You can put a line or you can leave it blank. Commission, if we flip back, she made $312 in commission. Add those up, we get $15.12. That's our total, and the department that she worked in, if we scoot to the next side, she's in the hardware department, so $15.12 goes under hardware. Then, over on this side is where we have to calculate the different withholdings and deductions. So for federal income tax, you should get $117 because we flip to page 66 in your books, and if you follow the sheet there, find where they meet, you will get $117. State income tax is $75.60. That's 5% of our total earnings, so $75.60. Social Security is 6.2%. So if you do the math there, you should get $93.74. Medicare, 1.45% total earnings. Do the math, should be $21.92. Other, that's where we put our health and life, remember? So I have health, life. This is going to be really hard to see, but they give us these numbers. It says health insurance premium is $56, and life is $25.60. Total, this total is for all deductions, so total deductions add them up, $389.86. Net pay then is our total earnings minus our total deductions, right there, should give us $1,122.14. Alright, and then we need to do the same thing for James Lee here. He's employee number 4. James Lee. And he is single. He has one allowance. Oops, excuse me. One allowance. He is not on salary. He works hours. He worked 88 hours. $80 regular time and 8 hours overtime. Okay. He gets paid $10 an hour. Overtime is 1.5. Okay, so we got all that. He's also in the hardware department. So our regular should be $800 because he has 80 hours plus 8. So 80 at regular, $10 an hour is $800. So his overtime is 8 hours times 1.5 regular pay. So $15 an hour. You should make $120 in overtime pay. Commission, nope, he's paid hourly. Total added up $920. He's also in the hardware department, we said. So $920. Federal income tax. Again, we go to the book. So flip back to page 66. He made, let's see, he's a single person. So you're on the top one. He made at least $920, but less than $940, because he made exactly $920. So if you follow that across, his deductions, he had one deduction, so that gives him $93 in federal tax. So $93. State income tax is 5%. We can just write that up here so you remember. 5% of total earnings should be $46. Social Security tax should give you $57.04. 6.2%. Medicare is 1.45%. Should give you $13.34. And for his deduction, he only had the health, so he just have an H, $28. Total deductions, add all those up, $237.38. Net pay then is the difference between the two. $920 minus $237.38 should give us $682.60. $1,062. Last but not least, we need an employee earnings record for Mr. James. Got it all filled out on top already. All it's good to go. We just need to fill in for this pay period. So it ended July 3rd. His total earnings were $920. Take that from right up here. Federal income tax. We're basically just going to drop all these numbers. We're going to plug in because this is our business form for all of our employees. This earnings record is only for this employee. So it's going to be all his pay periods, but only for one employee. So $93.46 for state income tax. Social Security tax should be $57.04. Medicare $13.34. Health $28. Add that up to $37.38. Net pay $682.62. Now it tells us that he had already made so far this year $11,900. It says that right the very last thing on number 3. Accumulated earnings so far $11,900. We add up what he just made, which is the $682. I'm sorry, the total earnings. This is accumulated total earnings. So we add $11,900, add in the $920 that he just made, should give you $12,820. All right. I know that those are tough to see. Hopefully you could hear me as I said them. So what you can do is do the on your own, and the book is on the table so you can check your answers there.